Hey, Shiny Peanut, welcome in. Hey, Shiny Peanut. Thank you so much for the heart emojis. Good to see you. Gigi, welcome in. How are you today? Taya Awesomeness, welcome in. It's good to see everybody. Chiquita, how are you? Wormy Books, thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for coming in. Gigi doing really good. It was a good Tuesday. It was minimum day. I got to leave today at 2 o'clock, which gave me an extra hour to sleep, so I have lots of energy. I took a nice nap. Oh no, Gigi, what's going on? I'm here for it. What's going on, Gigi? Oh, thank you so much, Chiquita. Yeah, we're in our camping era. Is today your first day back since we changed? Oh, thank you so much, Maria. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Chiquita. Oh, okay, yeah. We switched over on the week. Sunday was our first day. We are in our camping era for the next month and a half. Hey, Christina, how are you doing? How's the family doing? Any news on your aunts? How is Michigan? How is everything going? We'll begin in a couple of minutes. We're just waiting for either the first 10 minutes or the first 20 people, whichever comes first. First 10 minutes or first 20. I'm doing good. It rained all day today. I talked to my brother today and he's oh good. How are you feeling with your aunt? How's that going? How are the plans going? Hey Liz, welcome in. Liz, are you back to work? You were on vacation for a bit there. Kay Spangler, welcome in. John, welcome in. Buxom Babe, welcome in. We're having a lot of the OGs coming in. Hey Bree, welcome in. It's going okay. I'm still processing it, but they are doing it. Oh, this summer. Oh, okay. Prince Hairflip, welcome in. Prince Hairflip, we haven't seen you in a while. I'm getting a little concerned. Getting a little concerned. Not that you guys are obligated to come to the live, but I am getting a little concerned. I am back to work, but I did work remotely from Michigan last. Oh, did you? Oh, how fun! I love that your job allows you to do that. Where do I find a job like that? Oh, Prince Haircut, yes. No obligations, not trying to make you feel bad, but we do miss your presence when you are not here. We miss the comments. We miss people's comments when they are not here. Yeah, my boss is so, oh good. He doesn't care where I am. I am just remote. Oh, nice. So, oh, okay. Do you have to go into the office, Liz, at all, or no? I always feel bad when I miss. Oh, Bree, that's okay. Yeah, don't. It's that you don't feel obligated to be on the live. Don't do it. You know, if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. Hey, Ronnie Graver, welcome in. Oh, it's been a long week. Okay. Hey, Maria, welcome in. Maria, I'm loving the marketing that you're doing for your book. Inspires me. I was at work today thinking up my schedule for this next 2 months and how I'm going to do marketing for my web pages and my site. I can. I still have a desk in our office downtown. Oh, how nice. That's very nice. It keeps me sane yet versus. No, Maria, that's the point. That's the whole. That's how. That's the energy that I run on. if it makes me feel seen in any way, then I'm gonna keep doing it. It's difficult, but what? That's the whole point. That's the whole point, girl. I love it. Hey, Amanda Williams, welcome in. Thank you so much. Yeah, we wanted to do a camping thing. I had to think of something for June. What do we do in June or May and June but go camping? I'm going to ask about the fish. I did process it today, Liz. I looked in our monies. I looked in our bank account. I think we have something like $15 right now. And the TikTok will transfer that over to PayPal. And then we'll get the full amount. And I'll give you guys an idea of what the bank account looks like. Okay. We will open our coffers, look inside. We might have to make some sacrifices. So we'll have to probably bite into our glitter fund, but that's okay. I love it. That did help immensely yesterday, Liz. I really appreciate that. The fish, yes, a beach, whether summer camp vibes for May and June, yes, an ocean. Oh, Amanda, you're going camping in June. Fun. See, I love it. I know a lot of people love going to camp. All those beauties glitter back there. Right, Bria. We have like our own little nail salon with glitter. Have you been in a store? Sorry, okay, push a button on each page to play corresponding. No, user, I haven't seen that. Oh, thank you so much, Shiny Peanut. Say less, I love it. Hey, Lauren, welcome in. I'm trying to catch up on your guys. Have you ever read story orchestra books? User, give me some more information on that. I'm not familiar with that. Thank you guys for those heart puffs and everything. A lot of time I want to comment, but my kids got me running. Oh, that's okay, Chiquita. Oh. I spammed the comment. Oh, okay. Hey, Victoria, welcome in. In 17 days, it's Christina's birthday. Yay! Thank you so much for the heart puffs. I really want. I want a fish. No, I was thinking about it today. I was looking on. I was at my desk and I was on the computer, kind of looking around to see like fish tanks and stuff, books that have buttons on the side to make noise. Oh, okay. I can't remember. It's a series. Hop online and check them out. Beautiful illustrations and orchestra. Oh, how fun! I will. User, if you can DM me that, just in case, because sometimes I forget. Jesus. No, you're right, Maria. Yeah. Let's make our goal 60. Let's go with an even round number today. Let's do 60K. Yesterday we fell a little short, but that's okay. Sometimes we have off days. Not every day can be a 60.55 day. Aw, thank you so much, Natalie. I really appreciate that, Natalia. That does make me feel good. Because, Liz, we were. Yeah, because that tells me you guys are in a peaceful and calm spot that you were able to fall asleep. We had 2 new people on yesterday. Yes, fish and triplets. Yeah. That's right. We got to know all about Liz's history yesterday. We got to know from beginning to end, triplets, who came out when, how, where. I fell asleep last night. Oh, good. I'm so glad, Christina. Yes. I never thought about how that impacts your life as a triplet, the order in which you came out. Like, you must be able to. Every Monday, I'll drop some lore. I love it. I think that's like a whole series. You're going to be the special guest on Monday to to give us some triplets lore. Like, do you hold that over each other? Do you guys make jokes about that? Is there an automatic? Is there an automatic? What is that feeling of being over somebody if you were the first one out? I'm sorry. How does your brother? I would like to get your brother's perspective, since he was the third before two girls. How was it like sharing a womb with estrogen? It would be so interesting. I would love every moment of that conversation. My she's older than even she's very Prince Hairflip, right? Or by telepathy. Yeah, my sister loves to say she's older than even if it's by 1 minute. I love it. I would hold that over your guys' head my whole life. Amanda Williams, I'm always falling asleep or I would be on. Amanda, I'm glad, but that makes me happy. Every Monday we'll drop some lore. Right, we're gonna guess. Every Monday counts. Every minute counts. We have to find some books on twins. hmm Now that we know this, we have to find some books on twins to celebrate Liz as a triplet. I know she told us about that. Liz, I know you told us about that a while ago, because I can remember. We could do a Q&A on next Monday. We're going to have to integrate that in some way. I love that. All right. We are in our Curious George era. Oh, let me switch this around. I forgot to switch that. Mirror it. There we go. We are in our Curious George era. Yes, Marie, we gotta flip it. I forgot. Yesterday, we read about Curious George and the Chocolate Factory. Today, Curious George and the Puppies. Curious George and the Puppies. This is George. George was a good little monkey and always very curious. One day, George went for a walk with his friend, the man with the yellow hat. The man with the yellow hat. When they sat down to rest, they noticed a tiny kitten pecking out from under a bush. The kitten looked frightened. "Perhaps she is lost," said the man with the yellow hat. Together, he and George searched the park for the little kitten's owner, but the kitten was all alone. Aww. Well, they went to the park to go have a good day out in the sun, and there's a little kitten lost. "This kitten is too young to be on her own," the man said. "We should take her to the animal shelter where they can care for her and find her a home." So George and the kitten, the man with the yellow hat, drove to the animal shelter. The cat. The director of the shelter was glad to see them. "It was good of you to bring the kitten here," she said. "We will be happy to take care of her." George gave the kitten to the director, then he and the man with the yellow hat walked inside. "Come in," the director said, "but watch where you step. We have a large litter of puppies and one has gone out of his cage. We're still looking for him, so please be careful." She closed the door quickly behind them. Animal shelter. It's so interesting that they decided to use the cat as a way to get them to the animal shelter to talk about a dog. So they hand the kitten over. The director says that they've lost, there's a whole litter of doggies, little puppies, everywhere. And so they need to find one that's strayed from the litter. George had never been to an animal shelter before. Animals of all kinds were being cared for here. George saw bunnies, cats, turtles, and guinea pigs. He even saw a snake. But he didn't see any puppies. So there's the director. There are all the different animals. They don't have any fish. They do have a tortoise. They don't have any fish, so we wouldn't need to come here to the shelter to look for our fish. George, I need to sign some papers, said the man with the yellow hat. Please stay here and don't be too curious. Just as the man with the yellow hat left the room, George heard barking. Maybe it was the puppies, but where was it coming from? George was curious. He followed the barking noises. There's George being curious again. It's going to lead him down the right direction. And found a room full of dogs. There were yellow dogs, spotted dogs, sleek dogs, and fluffy dogs. There were quiet dogs and yappy dogs, and even a dog without a tail. But where were the puppies? Then George saw a little wagging tail, then another, and another. He got the gold mine of little puppies. They gotta put the little puppies away because those are always the first to go. You gotta give a chance to the older ones, just in case. Once George saw the puppies, he could not take his eyes off them. He had to pet one. Here was a puppy. The puppy liked George. George wanted to hold the puppy. Slowly, he opened the door. Uh-oh. Look, he lets them all out. But before George could even reach the puppy, the mother dog pushed the door open and was off like a shot. George tried to close the door after her, but the puppies were too fast. There was nothing George could do. Uh-oh. The mom. She's like, we out. Hey, Faith. Clocking in to do my regular schedule, demanding more stories. I love it. Faith, when anybody steps up and gives themselves a self-appointed position, I'm here for it. Puppies were everywhere. Puppies hid under the desk. Puppies barked at bunnies. One puppy played with a telephone cord, and another climbed on top of a cage to watch the others get into mischief. Soon all the dogs were barking, the cats were meowing, and the bunnies rustled into the corner of the cage. Yes, I always hear that humble. I'm doing myself. Love it. So the puppies got released and all around the room, wreaking havoc on everything. Look at George's expression. He's like, oh no. Oh no, cried the director as she and the man with the yellow hat rushed into the room. Now all the puppies are out. The man with the yellow hat helped the director gather up the puppies and put them safely back in their cage. Soon all the animals settled down and were quiet. They had to wrestle all those animals back in, make sure that they were fine. Except for one, who was still barking. It was the mother dog. What was she barking at? There was nothing here but a door. There must be something on the other side, thought George, and he opened the door. Aw, so the other little puppy found the one that was missing. We finally found him. It was the missing puppy. Everyone was happy to finally find the puppy. The director scooped him up and said, "George, you certainly caused a ruckus. But if you hadn't let the puppies out, we might still be searching for this little one." Then she gave the puppies and their mother a snack. "These puppies are now big enough to go live with families who will take care of them," she said. "Do you want to take some home? Do you want to take one home with you, George?" Oh, they're all celebrating for the lost puppy that was found. And there's the director. The little puppies. And George did. Aw, so now they've adopted a little puppy. Next up will be Curious George Makes Pancakes. The New Adventures of Curious George. Always a good way to start the live. Anytime we can find an anthology of stories, always a good way to start the live. The New Adventures of Curious George. Let's rate that from 1 to 10. Oh, I started watching you lives around Christmas. Oh, Amanda Williams. I love it. You're becoming an OG. My graduation is on the 9th. Oh, Faith, congratulations. That's your undergrad, right, Faith? You guys must have a lot to talk about in your law classes. All right, let's set the timer for 1 minute. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute. Thank you so much, guys, for the sharing. I really appreciate that. My bachelor's next is law school. Yes. You're coming into law school at the right time. I got my teas from the I want to say Stockholm, but it's not Stockholm. From the Slovene Tea Company. This is organic lavender tea leaves. It does have a very foresty taste to it. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, Prince Hairflip Pebbles. She's right in here. See her? Pebbles will be the one to make this one her home. She won't be the one to make it. I put a little blanket in there. But I think what I want to do is put a thicker one so they can get really warm in there. Pebbles will, she'll disappear, but I'll find her over here by the sofa. What she does, I have a blanket on top of the sofa. She looks for the little opening and she'll go into the little pocket. She'll go into the little pocket and sleep. And I'm looking for her all over the place. Now I know. I see a little body lumped in there. I know it's her. Oh, Amanda. I gave her an actual human. Yeah, that's Pebbles. Pebbles, she loves to come in and find little things, little knickknacks. Okay. Yeah, it looks very cozy. I'm surprised she hasn't made it her home yet. She's gonna make it her home. I love it. All right, so we are at 15K. Thank you guys so much. Our goal for tonight is 60K even. Case Maker, my grades A, B, B, and D for this semester. Oh, good, Case. Congratulations, yeah, because you were struggling there for a bit for 2 classes. Now, that one that you got a D in, do you have to make that one up, or is that, what do we have to do? And which one did you get a D in? We don't make forts enough as adults. Maybe I should do that. Yes, Liz, at the summertime. And you have no excuse because you're mobile. You should have at least 4 or 5 forts already. Yes, congratulations to everybody who's finished their semester in college. 9 books to start off as an appetizer. That's a lot. We're not going to be able to read anymore we have to leave some room for the West Coast. Okay. The D is 69 and psych, so he switched. Oh no. Oh, that would have pissed me off. End of the Curious George. They ended up getting the puppy, Maria. Yes. Start your Fort Palace tomorrow, especially for the summertime. There's a camper van, a kid's tent. I've been trying not to buy. Oh, really, Shiny Peanut? No, they're so much fun. I think the kids would love it. Let's see. My baby needed me, her eggs and my husband. Oh, no. Oh. Is it on in an area where it's open, or is it her clothes, or her clothes rubbing it? The West Coast will be, okay, I agree. I think they will be, yeah. Yeah, many blessings to come. Yes. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. Hey, Corey, welcome in. I mailed him. So we will see. Oh, okay. Yeah, come on. I get up to a 70%. Every once in a while, Case Spangler, I will. Yeah, I'm not an avid camper. I have some friends who are, and I need to get on that. Tattoos for myself, graduate. Oh, 15 so far. Oh, Faith, how fun. What was your latest one, Faith, that you got? It's on her fingers on both hands. Oh. The back must be difficult, especially with the clothes rubbing. It was a nice rainy night tonight. We needed the rain badly. Oh, good. Yeah, it's been overcast over here, too. Overcast and sprinkly and drizzly and cold. It's like that here in California. May and June, we have that kind of weather. It usually doesn't get hot until at least July, August, and then into September. All right, let's look for our next book. We have a lot of fresh titles. New fresh titles for the live. We read this one yesterday during a West Coast feed. I'm going to read this one to you guys because this one was a gorgeous one. This is not a worded book. It's a picture. It's a just picture book, but the illustrations are gorgeous. Most recently, a big stingray on my spade and a sternum one. Eucalyptus branch. Oh, nice. And a sternum one on my eucalyptus. Oh, fun. The reading videos you do on TikTok. The reading videos. These ones, Kate Spangler? Case? No, these are from the library. These are the public library. Yeah, we love a good stingray. Yes, the Brooklyn I can't talk. Brooklyn Bridge. Oh, is this the one that put you? Yeah, this one's a good one. We're gonna love this one. Imagination, or Imagine. The Brooklyn Bridge, and notice the characters on the Brooklyn Bridge. And then we have this little boy here looking up. Oh, the videos over voice. Oh, for my posts? Yeah. Yeah, that's Case. Those are my short stories on Substack. Yeah, we love a good news story. We love a good end page. And this is the first time we've seen when they've done something like this where they just put like a little picture of chalk on there. I'm getting spammed, I'm sorry. And just by this picture alone, we can tell what kind of quality of illustrations we're gonna get. Look at these almost look like fingerprints. These little patterns here. When you look up close. Fuzzy Bumble Kate, yeah. We do a library haul every weekend. We go through each shelf, picking, pulling, looking, researching, opening, smelling. And if we like it, we pull it. We usually walk out with like 20 books. So here's our friend. It looks like possibly an afternoon after school, maybe a Saturday, maybe a Sunday in Brooklyn. We love a good brownstone. There's the Brooklyn Bridge. I know, Fuzzy Bubble, it's so much fun here. Yeah, the live is 75% of the people. that come in. 80%. So he hops on his skateboard. Here's this huge building here. Thank you so much for that gift. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the roses. It's an abandoned building here. Passes by on his way to the Brooklyn Bridge. And then he is crossing over. There's the ferry. It's going into town. They think it's going into town. It's coming this way, so it's probably going into... No, maybe it's going out of town. Out of New York. Makes his way over to the Museum of Modern Art. This little detail here gives us a snapshot of how he got there. He finally makes it. Very creative. Yes, the MoMA. We love a good MoMA. Turns in his skateboard to the coat check. Goes to the museum. Is just enjoying himself seeing the museum. He loves a good museum. He starts looking at some of the exhibits there. Could be an African exhibit. We see some colors here. We see a dancer. Oh, and then the dancer comes out of the picture. He's startled, astonished. Isn't it, Corey? The illustrations on this top tier illustrations. Then he starts dancing with the figure in the museum. And notice the little heart. Isn't this fun? They start dancing throughout the museum. The colors, the patterns, the reds, the pops of reds, the blues. Then the dancer, he gets a little hat. Can even hear you over my tongue. That looks so, aw. Thank you so much for the roses. Got this painting here on the wall. Yes, a Global Village coffee house night. You nailed it, Maria. Then he passes by what looks like the instrumentals or the orchestra. Him and the dancer, the first dancer. Oh, Corey, I have my campfire on the TV in the city. I love it. Thank you for your support. And now it's not just the dancer and the boy, it's the minstrels. That was the word that I was looking for. The minstrels. With their costumes. Looks like a jester. And then they pass by the African painting again. And then out comes the lion. And another minstrel. And then they head out to the street. A big fiesta, a big gang of partygoers, a big gang of musicians. And there they go walking down the street. The costumes, I love the different eras, the different instruments, the different locations. Hey Annie, welcome in. Have a good night, Amanda. They captured all these different eras in one painting, in one illustration. They all get on the subway. They're on the subway there, in the picture. They go to Coney Island, Joyzy. There by the water. The cyclone. They visit the Statue of Liberty. This is such a cool... Hey, Addie, doing really good. Liz, isn't this a cool book? It captures everything New York. They get a New York hot dog. It's so funny at the beginning. They start in Brooklyn, make their way through the bridge, capture all of these New York highlights. Yes, and the illustrations are gorgeous. Isn't that fun? Prince Hairflip, this is your territory. I wonder if people will ever be able to. True. Very true. Then they make their way to Central Park. Look at that picture. That would be a gorgeous picture to have. A framed picture. Wouldn't that be fun? To frame this? Maybe with like a mint frame. A green frame. Or maybe a blue frame or a red frame. But look at that fun picture. If you were to see this in a museum, you wouldn't think that it was part of a children's literature book. You would think, oh, that's an artist drew that. The lion. Then they hop onto a taxi, very New York. They all get into a taxi, exit, and then head back to the museum. Everybody goes back to where they were. He says goodbye to all his friends. They all go back into the paintings. He says goodbye to his first friend. Yeah. Yes, he's there. Like the one from the beginning. It's amazing. Says goodbye to his friend. Gathers his things. Gets back on his skateboard, exits, heads back. That side of the Brooklyn Bridge. Isn't that beautiful? I feel like we've been to New York in this one picture. And then he heads back home. And remember that abandoned building? He sees that and then he starts drawing. He starts creating a mural on that building. I love murals. I love those cities that create or have converted their industrial areas into murals. Brooklyn has a beautiful one. There's a couple of other cities in Dallas, they have one. Mural cities. And you can walk from one factory to another. Oh, Maria Richmond has one? Oh, I gotta check that out. I love a good distillery too, when you can just sit and relax and drink a beer afterwards. Such a fun afternoon. I feel so culturally elevated. And look at the mural on the building. Isn't that gorgeous? Definitely have to do a fall trip to DC, to Washington. He gets home. If distilleries were spirit joints, I would care for them. Oh, we have Prince murals in Minneapolis. Oh my gosh, Tay, awesome. That must be amazing. I gotta look that up. Prince murals. How fun. Minneapolis, yeah. So he makes his way back home. But look at these colors. It's like a bluish tint to the illustrations. And a copper color. Bluish and copper. Guys, and look at this picture here. He's sleeping. And his friends are in the background. Isn't that a good way to end this book? It's a very current, very modern. We've got the new building. No alcohol eats a fresh McDonald's Sprite. Very true. I can't argue with you on that one. Maria, it is a piece of art. I agree. It is a very gorgeous piece of art. The Freedom Tower. Thank you, son. Yes, a gorgeous piece of art by Raw Cologne has illustrated several highly acclaimed picture books, including 2 New York Times bestseller illustrated children's books, My Mama Had a Dancing Heart and by Libby Moore, and Draw, which was also a ALA Notable Children's Book on International Latino Book Award recipients. Gotta look those up. Imagine. Guys, wasn't this, it's like a little mini field trip to a museum and art. Gorgeous, gorgeous book. A gorgeous book, Imagine. Let's take a vote. Hey, Renee, welcome in. We started with Curious George, 1. And then we just finished Imagine, 2. Let's take a vote. 1 for Curious George, 2, Imagine. Yeah, Prince Hairflip, I agree. I agree. Maria, 2, Shiny Peanut, 1, Heath Jenner's 4, 2, Taya, 2, yes. I'm still waiting for book 9 to be honest. Gotta be marriage. Yeah, you're right. Hey DC, welcome in. Guys, DC is a new viewer. He started participating last night during our West Coast feed. He is on the East Coast. I require silly stuff. Yes, Shiny Peanut, I agree. Maria, I would be dead. Well, I do read 8, actually. I do read 8 a night. 4 and 4. 4 for the East and then 4 for the West. And sometimes I do 9 when you guys get an extra one. A 5th one. All right. Let's set the timer for 1 minute. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute. We are trying for 60K tonight. We are trying for 60K. Midwest, Wisconsin, yes. The Midwest. Midwest is in the house. We have Dad TL Cubs is from the Midwest as well, Chicago. So 10. Double tap there. Yes, thank you so much. Double tap, I appreciate it. We are on our 3rd book. I'm going to go into the stacks. The books that I've been reading are the ones that are here that I've laid out that I haven't gotten to yet. But we're going to go into... Oh, Tania, are you at work? How's everything going? Oh, Jessica's in Minnesota as well. Midwest all my life. Original Hoosier. Oh, I love it. I love it. Tania, are you at work? How is the baby doing? Guys, Tania's new as well. Tania has a 5-month-old. Aw, I love it, Renee. struggling today. I need coffee. Oh, okay. Oh, you're at work. Oh, okay. One kitten. One kitten for Kim. Rich. Hey, Rich. Is Rich new? Yes, we have some new people in. We've got some new followers. All right, let's look through the stacks. Oh, I forgot about this one. Guys, you guys have been asking for this one for a long time. We get our house appraised tomorrow and refinance and close on Friday. Oh, nice. One kitten for Kim. It's the title of a book. Rich, can you DM me that so that I remember what the title of it? Yeah, a lot of you have been asking for it. This one's kind of fallen through the cracks. The rainbow fish. We love a good foil cover. Yes, a very controversial book. Look at that. Gorgeous. We love anything that shimmers, anything that shines. I think you're counting the future books as well. Oh, you're right, Liz. What if we get a rainbow fish as our life pet? You're right. Mm-hmm. Yes, Renee. The illustrations on this are beautiful. Rainbow fish. And I love that we have this light that shows off this foil here. A long way out in the deep blue sea, there lived a fish. Not just an ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. His scales were every shade of blue and green and purple, with sparkly silver scales among them. Gorgeous. We love a good watercolor. We side-eyed whoever got to check it out that week. Shiny peanut, I love it. Yes, look at that. Look at that color. We love color. And these wisps of blue. Yeah, Maria, I remember too. It was such a shame that it was such a controversial. But the other fish were amazed at his beauty. They called him Rainbow Fish. Come on, Rainbow Fish, they would call. Come and play with us. But the Rainbow Fish would just glide past, proud and silent, letting his scales shimmer. That's gonna be my 24-hour stream, Faith. A proud fish. One day, a little blue fish followed after him. Rainbow Fish, he called, wait for me. Please give me one of your shiny scales. They are so wonderful, and you have so many. Look at these colors down here. Yes, these greens, aquas, blues, teals, purples, whites. Right, Liz? Yeah, but look what's going on with Katy Perry, so I'm not going to follow in her first footsteps. You want me to give you one of my special scales? Who do you think you are? Cried the Rainbow Fish. Get away from me. Shocked, the little blue fish swam away. He was so upset, he told all his friends what had happened. From then on, no one would have anything to do with the Rainbow Fish. They turned away when they swam by. Yes. As you should, rainbow fish. Please. Please. I love it. What, what good were the dazzling, shimmering scales with no one to admire them? Now he was the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. One day he poured out his troubles to the starfish. I really am beautiful. Why doesn't anybody like me? I can't answer that for you, said the starfish. But if you go beyond the coral reef to a deep cave, you will find the wise octopus. Maybe she can help you. Exactly. Right? I love it. Everybody always looking for a fin out, right? No, these are my scales. Mhm. The rainbow fish found the cave. It was very dark inside and he couldn't see anything. Then suddenly two eyes caught him in their glare, and the octopus emerged from the darkness. Look how pretty that is. And then you have the little octopus, the wise octopus. I have been waiting for you, said the octopus with a deep voice. The waves have told me your story. This is my advice. Give a glittering scale to each of the other fish, and you will no longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy. What? What? We'll see. Look at that. Right, Maria? Mm. She needs to find her tribe. I can't, the rainbow fish started to say, but the octopus had already disappeared into the dark cloud of ink. Give away my scales, my beautiful shining scales? Never. How could I ever be happy without them? Right? Look at that. We love a good shimmer. I'm already thinking Halloween book for number 10. Yes, not dimming my light so others can shine. Suddenly he felt the light touch. Suddenly he felt the light touch of a fin. The little blue fish was back. Rainbow fish, please, don't be angry. I just want one little scale. The rainbow fish wavered. Only one very small, shimmering scale, he thought. Well, maybe I wouldn't miss. Just one. Yeah, they do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Carefully, the rainbow fish pulled out the smallest scale and gave it to the little fish. Thank you very much. The little blue fish bubbled playfully as he tucked the shiny scale in among his blue ones. A rather peculiar feeling came over the rainbow fish. For a long time he watched the little blue fish swim back and forth with his new scale glittering in the water. Look at that. Thank you so much, Sibby, for that. I really appreciate it. The little blue fish whizzed through the ocean with his scale flashing. So it didn't take long before the rainbow fish was surrounded by the other fish. Everyone wanted a glittering scale. The rainbow fish shared his scales left and right, and the more he gave away, the more delighted he became. When the water around him filled with glimmering scales, he at last felt at home among the other fish. Look at some of them are carrying. Oh, thank you so much, DC, for that. I really appreciate that. Finally, the rainbow fish had only one shining scale left. His most prized possession had been given away, yet he was very happy. Come on, rainbow fish, they called. Come and play with us. Here I come, said the rainbow fish, and, happy as a splash, he swam off to join his friends. So he gave away the end. Yeah. Very controversial. I would have been like, oh, hell nah. No, you're here to enjoy me. Yes, Maria, I agree. Yes. The message? No. The message, we all know who this octopus is. We all know who this octopus. No. I fell for that when I was a kid. I'm not gonna fall for it now. Nope. Yep. Yeah, you shouldn't have to buy your friend Heather Jones. Exactly. Exactly. The rainbow fish. My son had a field trip to the zoo today. Oh, how fun, Sibby. Where did you guys go? Shiny Peanut. So Shiny Peanut, it's supposed to be, yes, a little mermaid. I would have had something shiny for some serious bubbles. So it's supposed to be talking about sharing. Sharing is caring. So you're not going to be happy unless you give yourself to others. But it's true. You can't dim your light. That's the yeah. Yeah, bye. Exactly. That's the, what do they call it? That's the slippery slope. It's good to be kind, but you need boundaries. 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 And you always have to be very hyper aware of that. Because people will try to dim your light. Like, it's nice to be nice, but you gotta be careful because people will take advantage. People will take your scales. Good one. This is a good one. I'm sorry I haven't read this one. We've been doing this for a while now. Should have had it up. All right, let's take a vote. As some of your votes might have shifted. Yes, the right people will allow you to shine. Maria, it's very true. The people that you feel safe with when you talk to them. The people that you feel safe being vulnerable with when you talk to them. Not the people who will snatch it. Snatch it. Yes, Renee, I need all my skills. Yeah, and embrace your shine. Embrace it. All right. We started with The New Adventures of Curious George 1. Then we read Imagine 2. And then The Rainbow Fish 3. I'm gonna say either 2 or 3. I'm leaning more on 2 because I love the artwork on this one. But the message of this one, the unintentional message of this one, I think. And that's the interesting thing about this, is unintentional. Someone has definitely, yes, a thesis about the rainbow fish. Very true, Shiny Peanut. You should look that up. Christina 3, Prince Hairflip 2, Liz Dose, someone has definitely written. Heather Jones 2, Tania 3, Maria 2, Renee 2. Still holding out for number 9. Okay. Hey. Chiquita 2, DC 3, Taya Awesomeness 2. Faith, watch me read 5. Watch me read 5. during the West Coast feed. You're putting a hex on me. Tia, isn't it? Gorgeous night tonight. All right, let's look in this. Oh, let's set the timer for 1 minute. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute. Our goal tonight is 60K. We're 30K away. Has anybody checked on Susie? I know Susie's kind of going through some things right now. Has anybody checked on her? I'm going to instant message her tonight and see how she's doing. Yeah, let's tap for 1 minute. We have 32 seconds left. 32 seconds. We're going to go back into the stacks. For those of you who are new, this is our library haul bag. We go to the library every weekend and we just start pulling. We just start pulling, taking, grabbing, whatever we can. This is a gorgeous one. Tonight's theme, gorgeous illustrations. I have it, but mine barely on my account. Oh, okay. Liz, I'm dead inside today. I've been slacking on coming. Yeah. Hey, Heart of Jesus, welcome in. Heart of Jesus is one of our new viewers too. She came in last night during the West Coast feed. She is an East Coaster. Welcome back. Thank you so much, Maria. For those of you who are tapping, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate that too. Welcome in. All right, our last book of the night, Uncle John's City Garden. Illustrated by Frank Morrison. He is a Coretta Scott King Award winner. I saw this one on the shelf and it was displayed, and the art, I loved it. The art, I loved it. It reminds me of a musical. It reminds me of a musical. Uncle John's City Garden. We love a good green end page. We love a good green end page. Our earth tones. We love our earth tones. Mustards. Mustard colors. Okra seeds. Okra seeds. I love these little cityscape pictures that we get. It's possibly New York as well. Okra's so good. Yes. We love a good okra. This one is 2020, published in 22. Everyone called me Lil Sissy. I was the smallest. Brother was much bigger than me. Sister was smaller than brother. Still, she was bigger than me. But our Uncle John, he was a great big man. If we three laid ourselves out on the floor, head to foot, we would be taller than Uncle John. We even tried it. Guys, look at this beautiful picture. My local library has free seed library. Oh, how fun, Renee. That's nice. Free seed library. Have a good night, Chiquita. Yeah, the illustration on this one, gorgeous. Again, if you were to see this in a museum, painted, it would really look like a high quality piece of art. These earth tone colors here, these blues. I love this blue. and these tans, browns, blacks, shadows. Hmm. Yeah, it looks very HD, it does. This gold. Hmm. The first summer we worked in Uncle John's garden, we thought it was the biggest garden in the city. When we looked up and up and up, all around us were tall, tall buildings, all brick, all the same. Right in the middle of the projects was the garden. That's what everyone called it. We stood at the top of the little dirt hill and looked down at the garden. There were no plants yet, just fresh, raked dirt. What do you think they're gonna build there? What do you think they're gonna build there? We jumped off the hill to the garden below. Each of us got to pick our own packs of seeds. Brother chose corn and lima beans. Sister chose tomatoes and onions, and I chose okra. When we told Mother, she laughed. She said we were growing succotash. I was glad. I loved succotash. Look at that gorgeous piece of art. I love this. These colors here, these copper colors and these yellows. Yes, ochre grain rice. These blues. And these pops of red. The farmer. Uncle John had already done the digging and raking. He showed us the rows we were each going to plant. He wrote on some cards and stuck them on sticks along the rows. I had one long row for my okra. Sister had 2 rows for tomatoes and onions. Brother had 3 rows, 2 for corn and 1 for lima beans. Uncle John had lots and lots of rows. So they planted all of their seeds and they put up the little posts to show what was what. Yeah. So you guys are getting really good titles tonight. Really good titles tonight. Uncle John gave us each a shovel. My shovel had a short little bitty handle. Sister's shovel had a handle longer than mine. Brother's shovel was even longer, but not as long as Uncle John's. His was as tall as Brother's. While Uncle John made hills with his shovel, we used ours to dig little holes in the hills. Then we dropped our seeds into the holes. Yeah, the illustrations on this one, high quality art. Guys, so just to appreciate this even more, I want a mug with a character view when I say you guys are getting titles. Should I do that? We have to accentuate the art. So you guys have been following I've been telling you guys about my children's literature book. So I'm new to the whole thing. So when I was looking for my illustrator, I went on Fiverr thinking that, I could get a cheaper illustration. I didn't know there was a price range to it. So the prices quoted to me for an entire book is there anywhere from like $800 to $1,000. And I don't know if I told you guys, but the first guy that I went with, he ran off with my money. I didn't give him the full amount, but he ran off with my money. So I have to find somebody new. I put in a whole complaint about it, so I'm waiting for my refund. So I find somebody new, yes. But I also found some other more like professional drawers, and I just recently got a quote And for my whole Joey King book, it's going to be anywhere from $5,000 to $6,000. That I could do some mean stick figures, right? Eh? Yeah, right. So for a high quality, for a professional, I'm not saying that the Fiverr ones aren't, but if you really want like a top tier, this is going to be about 5 to 6 grand. So these illustrations, I appreciate these illustrations even more because these are like New York Times bestseller people. So these are really art pieces. I really do feel like these are art pieces that you could put these in. Some of these you could put these in museums and they could pass for. Yes, yes, Maria, exactly. Is a piece of art, and artwork is expensive. It is. If you have good quality art. So this is high quality art. You take any of these pages, do you also have to give them a percentage of the profits of the book? Morgan, no. So you just pay for the illustration. I looked that up too. You just pay for the illustrations, and then it's yours. Yeah, it does take a long time. Yes, man. So I'm using this first book as kind of my like learning phase, but I think my ultimate goal is to have something like this piece of art. Look at that. Look at that page. Yes, Maria, definitely, it definitely is. Look at that art. The facial expressions on that. The shadings, the colors that are used, the shadings here. Shiny peanut, I haven't thought of that. I haven't thought of that. After we finished painting, or after we finished planting, Uncle John brought the hose. He helped us gently water our rows. We were tired and thirsty, hot and sweaty, but we felt good. We could hardly wait to see our garden grow. Kimberly, yes. Yes, Bobby, it does. You could see this, going to a museum, seeing it, and just kind of wondering, without the context of the book, just like, what are they looking at? What are they, um, what are they seeing? Is that the father? Is that, are they related? What time period is this? And after the book is printed, just from there. Yes, Maria. hmm Maria, I agree. And the hustle, the hustle, the hustle to make a profit. I think over time, though, you recoup what you put into it, but it does take the marketing. If you want to make up that money, you have to like really hustle. As the weeks passed, Mother took us to work in the garden almost every day. We pulled weeds and picked off bugs and watered. Our plants had grown a little bit bigger. First, just tiny seedlings, not even up to my shins. Then the shoots grew a little more. One day my okra was up to my knees. A while later, my plants would be up to my waist. The okra would someday be almost as tall as me, with beautiful flowers. I thought the okra pods would never appear. Mhm. Yes. And look at that there. Seedlings have finally grown. And there she is looking at her okra. She's really possessive of it. More time passed. Then one day, as we were about to leave for the garden, the sky grew dark. The clouds were thick and black. Thunder roared and lightning flashed, and down, down, down the rain poured. Then wind began to blow. We couldn't go. What would happen to our garden in this storm? What would my okra ever grow as tall as me? My mother said our plants would come to no harm, but we didn't think so. Boom, boom, crack, bang. How could anything grow? Get that lightning. When I was 18, I wore a shirt to school that said hustle, loyalty, respect. Yes, you gotta hustle. So when you see Maria making those posts on her Instagram and TikTok, she's on the hustle. She's on the hustle. And when you see Kat going to the park that she goes to on the weekend to sell her book, she's on the hustle. She's on the hustle. Because I didn't know it was a John Cena shirt. I love it. During the night, the storm stopped. Next day, the garden smelled fresh and clean. Everything was all pretty and green, and our plants had grown. Some were the same size as sister. Brother's corn was almost as tall as Uncle John. The tomato plants were as tall as me. One of the tomatoes was so big I needed 2 hands to hold it. We were so happy we couldn't help but jump up and down and hoot and holler. Yeah, it is. Very true. Look at those pictures. Beautiful pictures. Look at this one. This red. I love this red with this chocolate color. Browns. Greens. It is a very vibrant red. Uncle John showed us how to pick our crops. He gave us bags to put our vegetables in. Brother had a big one for his corn and lima beans. Sister's bag was not as big as his. My bag was little, like me. We picked a lot of vegetables, but every day when we came back, the garden had grown. Some more. Get this one. Those earth toned, the browns and the golds on this one. This is a very Brooklyn, a very New York looking man. Very cultural. Summer was almost over. Soon we would have to go back to school. All our cousins and uncles and aunts came to the garden for a big barbecue. Uncle had spread out tables, a long one for our cousins, a shorter one for the teenagers, and the shortest one for Mother and the other grown-ups. Uncle John cooked chicken and ribs and burgers. He even cooked up some succotash. Best succotash I had ever tasted. Jan, I got those off of Amazon. Lantern lights. Lantern string lights. Look up lantern string lights and you'll see them. They're pretty cheap. I think they were something like $10 or $11. Very beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? At the end, we picked and wrapped up vegetables in the big brown paper bundles. We had grown so much food, everyone got to take some of our garden home with them. Sister, brother, Uncle John, and I stood at the top of the little hill and watched our garden in the golden sunset. Uncle John gave us a great big hug. We would come back again next summer, and we hoped summer would come soon. Beautiful. Look at that yellow, that gold. That gold that they used for that. Your house looks so serene. DC, it's years and decades of calling the spirit. Calling the spirit. I said, Spirit, come. I appreciate that. Thank you. the author's note, and then look at that picture. Beautiful. Yes, a golden hour. Tinia, that's such, yeah, the golden hour. Yes, that captures exactly this time. Look at how pretty that is. That could be on a runway somewhere in Paris. A hat. Could be a picture in a catalog. Could be in a Vogue magazine. Isn't that beautiful? We love that. We love a good model. Yes, a Vogue cover, right, Marina? Yes, Kimberly, it comes with a recipe for succotash. Ingredients. Isn't that cool? Children's literature books have become so interesting. The end. Uncle John's City Garden. My vote changed. The art on this one, you guys had 2 really good pieces of art today. You guys had 2 art experiences. We pretty much walked through a museum today, a cultural museum. We started, we did, I got a little ahead of myself. Yes, a lot to learn. We started with Curious Georgia. We love a good traditional children's literature book, one of our faves. Then we imagined gorgeous illustrations in this one. Yes, Rach. We have several mental health ones in the archives. I'll have to go into the archives and get, because we have several. That's a good idea, though. To be distinguished, yeah. Then Rainbow Fish, deep message on this one. A deep message on this one. And then Uncle John's City Garden. Yes. I'm gonna go with 4. This one is a gorgeous piece of art. It's a gorgeous piece of art. I was captured by the pictures and how much they put into the illustrations. All right, let's see what your vote is. Some of your votes might have shifted. Some of them might have stayed the same. Jan, we'll read it during the West Coast feed, because that one's got an important message. We'll read that one again during the West Coast feed. All incoming should be. Yes, exactly, Shiny Peanut. Number 9, here we come. Yes. All right, let's see where we are at. We are 5,000 away from our goal. Let's see if we can hit it in the next minute. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute. Tomorrow is Project Wednesday. Tomorrow we start with 1 book, and then we will go into our project. Tomorrow we will be making pinwheels, summer pinwheels. If you're not familiar with pinwheel is, it's those little circular things, you blow them and they spin in the wind. These are the patterns that we are going to be working with. This is possible due to the monies that we receive in our poor but proud family bank account that we have at TikTok. Thanks to TikTok. We've got these really fun patterns that we're going to be able to work with tomorrow to make pinwheels with. Look at those gorgeous colors. We got a $2 off coupon from Michaels on this. So it only came out to like, I think it was $11.99, $10.99, like $9. So all the donations, any monies that go into the account, we use for Project Wednesday. Those of you who are new. Also, Those of you who are new, these are my socials. All my handles for all my socials are edmartin50gx. YouTube, all these lives get uploaded. Substack, read my short stories. Every Friday there's a short story. Instagram, follow my journey for my first children's book. Thank you guys so much for your company. I really appreciate the conversation. A lot of you like to actively participate in the conversation. Thank you so much for that. Those of you who are quiet in the background, also thank you so much for being on our live. We'll be back in 30 minutes. Those of you who are on the East Coast who are going to sleep, have a good night. Those of you who are late birds are going to join us for the West Coast. We will be back in 30 minutes with all new, fresh titles. We might have some repeats, but fresh titles. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you later.